Good evening, ladies and chickens. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Depends where you are in the world. Welcome. I thought I would do a chicken review of the update patch notes thingy for Halloween 2024, as is my wont, and as has been requested by the chickens. I just thought I'd go through it all. I hope you're having a lovely day. Let's talk about Halloween update Crimson Tail. There's a code here. I will put it in the pinned comments, so do make sure that you use it. We have a combination. We have the Echo of the Ionian campaign, which is our new Navarin, which was a test ship previously. We have some Halloween 24 Crimson Break. We have some Ominous Waters calendar with this crazy lady. And we have some Racing Legends, so you can mess around in your perfect 10, should you choose to. First things first, so where's your TLDR? Your code is here, 6K2H9UOMBG. Don't know what that means. Crate, camos, battle boosters. Nice. So, what's coming up in this one? We have a new Halloween event and the return of last year's, so it's going to be a two-stager. Fair enough. We have our Navarin, which has actually been tweaked. Nerfed technically since it was on test in the last update. We have the Ominous Waters calendar, which you have looked at with the crazy lady, who I believe is Rasputin's wife. We have the update that Commander Guises now provide bonuses, which is rather nice, which is a nice little QOL thing. Pan-European destroyers are all in, and we have the new Tier 8, which is going to be super duper. That gets Radar 2, just like the Split. You will see a video on the Split in the near future from me, because that thing's awesome. I do like the new Pan-European destroyers. And the Druid is available for steel, so if you want AP only, no torpedo destroyer, it's there. So I suppose the choice is that or the Dyson, if you haven't got the Hoover yet. I've avoided the Hoover for now, I must admit. Racing Legends is back for the crazy buggers that like that. We have some little assignments for on at the end of World War One, Veterans Day, Trafalgar Day, that kind of thing. There's new ranked battles, there's some balance changes, and a couple of bug fixes too. Firstly, this ship looks a lot like the Zeton. It isn't the Zeton, but it does look like a lot like it. The Navarin is actually a late World War One design. Super secondaries. Apparently it's got really good HE, but I don't remember using that much when I tested it. Good boat. It is a good boat. It's good fun. It's quite tanky. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that a little bit more. Nice to get some more Russian ships at Tier 8 because we did need them, particularly things like this. Americans have been completely oversubscribed, so some communism is never a bad thing. So there's the new special Halloween operations, the Crimson Break, which is on from October the 14th to November the 4th, which is next Monday for 3 weeks, I think. And Final Frontier, which is based on last year's Halloween event, which runs straight after that from November the 4th for a couple of weeks. This is the Echo of the Ionian campaign, very, very comparable to usual. 5 weeks of missions, 100 levels of progression, 5 premium days, 5 commendations, 5 insignias, which is always nice, bunch of boosters, which is always good, some camos, some research points. You get the ship at the end, flags, shadow coins, which is the new event currency, and a bunch of crates, and some doubloonies, which is never a bad thing for minimising your Admiralty backing. I would always recommend, if you're a regular player, that the Admiralty backing isn't a bad thing to get, even if you're not particularly interested in the ship. The Crimson Break event, I suppose, is what it's called. I do like this picture. I like the creative work they've done with these guys. You've got his horny fella. She looks a little bit like Poison Ivy, but more evil. And we have a owl on her. What is that? Very Diablo, isn't it? And Thor dude here. There are some special ships which are based on some other ones. You will get... Now, what's interesting is that Now, embark on a truly sinister journey from October the 4th. Join a group of daring travellers to save the Crimson Fleet heroes imprisoned by Rasputin's evil wife, this lady. Success in your mission will earn you numerous rewards, including new British battleship Queen Mary. We do like a nice British battleship. A Halloween 24 crate and shadow coins. Don't know what the requirements for that are, but that will be interesting. Wonder if she's like the King George. You can spend the shadow coins, which are the event currency, on new supernatural cruiser Blazing Dread, which is based on the Sazoya. So imagine it's tier 7, as well as content from previous Halloween events, ships, skins, and crates, as you know. So Rasputin, etc., etc. Besides that, you can get them through the campaign, the calendar, and the store itself. As for the Halloween 24 crate, it can drop any of the event's main characters as commander guises, and the new tier 7 battleship Scharnhorst 43, which on PC is a Scharnhorst with better secondaries. Basically, slightly worse dispersion. But yeah, so a more secondary Scharnhorst, if that is what it is. The Final Frontier is back with some slightly different mechanics, and you can get the US destroyer Nicholas, which I think is a tier 6, if you complete that as well. This is the calendar. This is where your doubloons will be this time, and I'll explain why in a bit. But you can get Vasilisa Rasputina as a commander. So, yes. And apparently, good news, you can now recover up to 3 missed days for free, and you don't need to spend any doubloons, which is actually a result, because it was a little bit of a, how can I put it, pain in the arse, and a little bit much. Now, we have Commander Guy's bonuses. Amon Citri, look at this guy. Definitely straight out of Diablo. So, you can get, in one battle, set fire 3 times to ships, and you can do it once per day with a 20% XP boost, which is nice. So, following the significant changes to Commander Guises in our last update, we're excited to reveal their full impact. Some Commander Guises will now allow you to earn daily bonuses if you complete a small task. You may need to earn 30 ribbons of any type to receive a 20% bonus to global XP earned in a battle once per day. The tasks and bonuses may vary depending on the guise. And there's a bunch of them. The guises that have this feature starting with the Halloween update. Bjorn Stormbreaker. Oh, there we go. You'll find them out as you go along. 3 of them are new, and these ones are the ones from... these 3 are from the... 4 of them are new, and 3 of them are from the old Halloween thing. And each one will obviously have the conditions to obtain it. We'll have a good look on Monday when we have a look at the actual update itself. New Pan-Euro ships are in. So the Custonis, the Tier 8, is here. They're all notably fast and agile. The Custonis also feature radar and is a lot of fun. And this is the Druid. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to the Pan-European one, the Tier 8. The Druid, which is another Tier 8 with its crazy AP-only guns. She's 25,000 steel. I think I said when I first played this that this is something of an acquired taste. It's a good ship, but it's very one-dimensional. Why you would play this over a Jutland, which isn't a Tech Tree ship, I don't know. Maybe if you're a Friesland lover, you'll like this. But we'll see. We'll see. Racing Legends returns, so it's a little bit of light-hearted fun for those of you that were into it, and I'll definitely give it a go. And that's starting on October the 28th, so in 2.5 weeks' time. And you can check the store for the Bulletproof, the Perfect 10, and the skins for the Helena and Gneiser now, which I believe already have the Gneiser now. But anyway. Also complete the Racing the Waves free mission to get Camouflage's boosters and a Racing Legends crate, which can drop themed items as well as the Perfect 10. They've both been slightly buffed, so we can enjoy them even more. And this is now sort of historical events and historical dates and things. There's a number of historical events commemorating a variety of different things. You can visit the store and pick up everything from Oklahoma through to Arkansas. Complete the Silencing the Storm mission. will get you boosters, camouflages, and union, and the Veteran Days flag. And the final reward is the Von der Tan with a dedicated flag. And there it is, looking all Von der Tanny with its weird offset central turret. Yeah. There's also 2 new missions, Battle of Trafalgar and the Battle of Leyte Gulf. Both of these give you camouflages, and Trafalgar gives you 2 special Trafalgar Day patch symbols, which is cool. Ranked battles return, which will be cool. I think they're tier 5 and tier 7, it says here. Although I think it's a tier 5 and tier 6 and 7 when I looked at the video, but I might be wrong. So usual rules apply: steel, crates, credits, commander progression, etc. Teams of 3 should be quite good fun. There's some balance changes, so we'll have a look at that in a second. Bunch of buffs, nerfs for the hybrid carriers, and some modifiers on the commander skills. And they've also given Gunther Luschens a base straight buff as well. There is a new ribbon, which is nice. So you have a new assisted ribbon by inflicting any amount of damage to an enemy ship within the 30 seconds before it sinks. It's called assisted. And you get a quarter of the credits and XP you would receive from a destroyed, which is nice. So if you do all the work and somebody else yoinks your kill, you still get some credit for it. So hurrah! Additionally, to reward players who frequently assist their allies, we've introduced the new Helping Hand medal. To get it, you must earn 5 assisted ribbons in one battle. So you basically got to chew down 5 ships but not kill them, and you get the Helping Hand medal. Hey! So that person that gets consistently yoinked by his mates. That would be me. Daily boosts are being replaced by weekly assignments. So they offer 2 assignments each week, and I presume this is to prevent people missing dailies. So you can actually earn the similar... In fact, what it says, you can earn even more, including additional camouflages, POs and global XP, but they won't apply doubloons in this update because they're part of the calendar. But in the future, they'll be part of weekly assignments, which is good. So it means that you'll be doing a similar amount, but you don't have to do it day by day by day by day by day. The rewards from medals are moved to weekly assignments. One will change. You'll no longer receive rewards for earning medals. Instead, you'll be able to earn more rewards by completing weekly assignments. I reserve judgment on that one, but we'll see. Bunch of bug fixes, and on World of Warships Legends will be supported on PlayStation 5 Pro starting from its release date. So both of you that are buying the PlayStation 5 Pro, good for you. Good luck. That's an interesting issue. Fixed an issue where skip bombs would not jump and deal damage on the first aiming line if the plane was above a certain altitude. I didn't know it did that. Mobile's had some tweaks and some love, but let's have a look at the buffs and Ministry of Balance. Trick and treat. Very good. I see what you did there. Reduced the component HP of several legendary ships, Cabo, Conqueror and Gearing to improve their survivability, which is actually really interesting, and they'll explain why. Tulsa's getting buffed in terms of reload, about a 10% decrease in reload. Its detectability is slightly tweaked across the board. That reload's nice. It's always had a relatively good reload, but now it's better. Bear in mind it's only got 6 guns. Carno's getting a mild buff, slightly reduced reload, slightly increased HE damage. Albemarle and Drake are both getting a decent chunk. So really, most people are going to have the upgraded ones. So plenty. Overall health has increased, and module health has been increased pretty much across the board, which is interesting. Drake very very similar. Less so in terms of overall increase, but the overall increase of each module has gone up, which is interesting. Gadget has been tweaked, mild increase to range and speed of its torpedoes. And across the board, US hybrid battleships proved more survivable than intended and were problematic, according to your feedback. Interesting. While we aren't increasing the size of the citadels, this HP reduction will make them more vulnerable to all types of damage. So, module HP has been reduced across the board. and total health has been reduced across the board for every single one of them. Nebraska's had a 4K reduction, which is fairly substantial. Delaware has had over a 5,000K reduction in terms of total health, which is a penetrating hit basically. So, but actually the interesting, their hangar HP has been increased, which is against all the rest of it. But there we go. Navarin's been not nerfed, because it's hard to nerf a test ship. Tweaked, shall we say. Her repair party consumer has been reduced because it was quite strong, but its duration has been increased by 40%, 20 to 28 seconds, which is reasonable. Racing Legends is back, so main battery reduction on the Perfect 10 is good. Shell speed, shell velocity is increased by 40 meters per second, which is great. Detectability is improved. Torp reload is improved. Torp speed is improved. That's a lot of benefit. Bulletproof, it's been a meh destroyer, frankly. I wouldn't bother with that. Perfect 10's good fun. Bulletproof, no, don't bother. There's been some changes to Legendary tier. So, Cabba, Conqueror, and Gearing have, according to this, trio of Legendary ships were designed in an older style, with increased HP for their hit locations or subsections of the ship. This reduced their survivability to balance them against tier 7s. But this no longer makes sense for Legendary tier ships. Callisto will be so happy they've buffed the Cabba. These are some of the last ships that needed updating this area, and I understand it. They've reduced the HP pools in each area across the board. Superstructure HP on Conqueror reduced from 15k to 5.4. That's massive. Stern HP reduced from 15k to 5.4. Bow HP reduced from 15 to 5.6. Good God, casemate reduced. Jesus. So saturation will happen so much quicker on a Conqueror. So what I imagine will happen is you'll get to about quarter health on a Conqueror, and then you'll be pecking at him. Unless you're in a battleship, you'll find it very, very difficult to do substantial damage to him. You got this hull one is the one that's where you're going to do your most damage. These other ones, yeah, steering. It's a strange module, the steering gear. Gearing reduced HP across the thing. There's some commander skill changes we saw. Battleship skills, Dance with Death, and Gyrating Drill Bits were reduced in impact due to their powerful influence. Gyrating Drill Bits particularly. Sponge has been improved across the board, which is good. Acoustic Chamber, never really used it, but it has been buffed. By the Book is relatively popular. That's been improved. Dance with Death, which is a fairly specific booster, that's been slightly reduced. Gyrating Drill Bits has been reduced across the board, which is fairly substantial in the end. Gun Traverse is something that I rely on a lot. And AP shell damage reduction across the board, so it's effectively a stage down. Fully Packed has been nerfed by a third. There's your new ribbon as well. So, I mean, what have we got? We've got the Druid and the Navarin as new ships. Yeah. Bunch of so one campaign, one steel ship. There's obviously some other ones in there, like the Caesarea style one. The Queen Mary's in there, so that's 3. The Blazing Dread is coming as well. The Nicholas is coming back. Obviously, the older Halloween ships are coming back. So there's 3 or 4 new ships to have a look at. There's new commanders. They tweaked the commander guises. There's 2 Halloween events, a new one and a reworked older one. There's plenty to be getting on with. There's a change in assignments. I do like the Halloween events and things. They're generally good fun, particularly with friends. But come along next week. We'll be on the Twitches come Monday evening, about 8:30 p.m. UK time. Do come and say hello. We'll be checking out as much new stuff as we can. I'll be on Wednesday and Thursday evening as well on Twitch. Let us know what you think. I'm not ecstatic, but I'm not disappointed either. I think some of the crate work and things like this will only really get to grips with come when we're actually looking at it in terms of understanding the maths. And there are better people at me in working out the maths on this kind of thing. But in general, I'm fairly happy with it. There's plenty to do. There's plenty to be getting on with. I shall wish you all the very wonderful day. I hope you have a great time. I will see you the next time I'm live. So if you're watching this on Friday, I'll be on this evening. I'll be on Friday evening about 9:30 p.m. watching your games and videos. If you catch this on Thursday, I'll be on at 8:30 p.m. no doubt talking about the patch notes and playing with Hairy Yak and Heck, hopefully. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you very, very soon. Do take care. King Chicken out. Love you lots. Bye.